here again today at Kaylee's Corner. So glad to have you. I had another quick vision that I wanted to go ahead and share with you and hopefully, just bring you some encouragement or some revelation, some clarity. But really, my hope is that it would bring you closer to Jesus and just kind of be a starting place for you to continue asking some more questions and maybe get some more personal revelation on where you're at and what, how he's speaking to you and what he has for you in your own life. But I did want to go ahead and just keep sharing some stuff that I have with you guys. So this is a vision that I had, and it's kind of an interesting one, but I do feel like it's going to apply to someone else, and I don't think it's just for me. So in this vision, it was like I had kind of like a big jacket on, I guess. So like you couldn't see my whole arm or like my hand sort of thing. And I don't know who I was talking to. Anyways, it didn't really matter, I guess. But all of a sudden, I just like popped out of my sleeve. But it's like a magic trick. I don't really know how to explain it, where it's like those little bottles, I guess, where it like if you pop off the top and like all of this like stuff comes out of it and it like jumps out at you. It's not like a Jack in the Box where you like spin it and it's not like confetti, but I don't know, it's like some sort of little magic trick. Anyways, and so I was like, my arm was that, and so it was like when I rolled up my sleeve, it like popped out all of these like weird little worm things at you, but then my other arm was like lined with grenades, and it was like full of like just a bunch of different grenades all lined up down my arm. And like I don't know, it was like somehow when I would grab it, I would like instantly be able to take out the pin, and I could either throw it or it would like roll down my sleeve and like pull the pin, and then I could like shoot it off of my arm and like shoot a grenade. I don't really know, but anyways, it made sense in the vision, I guess, that like my whole one arm was full of grenades and I could like shoot from my arm different grenades, and this other arm was like kind of like a trick of like a magic trick sort of thing. And so that was kind of like that was the vision. It was short and sweet, but I felt kind of like I had no idea what that was supposed to mean. I did not know the direction that God was going to take it. And so I kind of asked for clarity from him on what it was. And he said, "You are armed and ready to fight, but you won't have to. This one I have gotten taken care of." And I just really felt like, I'm probably not the only person that is going through some of these things, feeling like, yeah, I have to be, that I'm a little bit more on edge. I feel like I'm gonna have to stand up for myself. I feel like I'm gonna have to fight for something or fight against something, or, the enemy's been coming from here. And so like trying to fight him off and trying to work on myself and trying to, fight all of these things off, and just always feeling like I have to be on and I'm always ready or like armed to fight. So I really felt like, it's like a perfect vision of an analogy of like, you are armed to fight, but you aren't going to have to, because God's fighting this for you. And I really just feel like that, should come with some peace, that this isn't on you. This isn't something you have to do. This isn't something that you have to get ready to fight for. Whatever it may be for you in your life, again, take this back to the Lord and see specifically what this might apply to for you. But for me, it was like I knew in a specific situation that meant I didn't have to get up and fight for it. I didn't have to be worried about it. I didn't have to be anxious about it or be nervous about it. I didn't have to fight for it. I didn't have to fight about it or for it or against it, because God was on my side and he was taking care of it. And I could just remain in him and, really sit in that peace that he's got my back and he's going to have it all taken care of. And it's not something that I'm going to have to fight for. And I don't even have to stay armed to fight, like I could just kind of relax and release it and let it go and trust in him. So all of that would be my encouragement to you is, release that pressure, release that fighting mentality, and just kind of allow it to be in God's hands and let him take care of it for you. Let him fight for you. And I promise he will. It will always work out in your favor somehow or another. He will be able to work it out for your good. So yeah, if you are feeling like you are armed and you are ready to fight, take this to the Lord and see if this is an area that maybe you can release that over to him and let him fight for you. or maybe he has some specific directions for you and some clarity to you as to how maybe you can work through this, but it doesn't have to be a fight sort of situation. So yeah, I pray that this makes some sense to you guys. Of course, take it back to the Lord and get a little bit more clarity to see if this is for you, and if this is something that applies to you in your own life, he will confirm that to you. But yeah, I pray that this is, some encouragement or some clarity for you, and that you would have a really great rest of your day. And until I see you again next time, thanks. Bye.